the hotel breakfast?
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
In today's rapidly evolving energy landscape, compliance is more than just a checklist. It's the foundation of operational reliability, safety, and trust. And here in Indianapolis, we're honored to be at the heart of that mission. We collaborate with asset owners, operators, helping them stay ahead of NERC standards and grid demands. Our electrical engineering and compliance experts provide hands-on support tailored to your fleet. As expectations rise and regulations evolve, you deserve a partner who brings more than just expertise. You need commitment, clarity, and confidence.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort, fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with On Demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons, like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Kokomo Municipal Stadium as we bring you day 2 of the HCAC baseball tournament. We are in another elimination game, and our second game of the day. It'll be the Ravens of Anderson. They're the number 5 seed, and Rose-Hulman, the number 3 seed. The winner will advance to later on today. The loser will end their season here in Kokomo. HCAC baseball action brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955. 5 central Indiana locations. Reynolds meets all your equipment parts and service needs. Boilermaker Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. Visit Kokomo. No matter what you're looking to explore, make sure you check out Kokomo. They have something for you. And the Indiana SRN sports page, from the court to the field, Indiana SRN brings it home. Daily information from coast to coast. Troy Nargowski, Chris Schumerth with you as we get ready for game 2 today. As we mentioned moments ago, Chris, another elimination game. We saw earlier a very well-pitched game up until the 10th inning, and then Hanover ends up winning that one by a final of 5-1. So the Panthers advance to their next game later today. And we have the number 3 seeded and number 5 seeded teams who both ended up getting wins yesterday, and they also ended up losing later in the day. Your thoughts on game number 2 today?
Yeah, like most games in this tournament, I'm sure it'll be very competitive. It'll be a matter of which starting pitcher is more effective probably, and which team can get some timely hits.
Well, this Anderson team will go with Carter Canablo, who, by the way, has not thrown a whole lot this year. In fact, only 20 1/3 innings in limited action, but he also only has an ERA 3.54, so he will definitely have his work cut out for him. A Rose-Hulman team that is, again, one of the better hitting teams. Don't hit a lot for power, but they can certainly hit the baseball, and they're hoping to do that again here today.
Well, a guy who's only thrown 20 innings, what does that tell me? It tells me he's been in the bullpen during the season, but he is needed during this moment to start. So how long can he last? And he probably doesn't need to throw 7 innings for this to be a success, but he probably needs to throw at least 4.
Gavin Druger will go today for Rose-Hulman, and he has certainly established himself as the ace of this team for Rose-Hulman. Comes in at 6-3 and ERA 4.13, and so the Fighting Engineers will rely on him to get them to the next round.
And we did see him a few weeks ago. He struggled in the outing that we saw. He also struggled last weekend. So he's a guy who, he's got a high and a low in terms of a starter. So depends on which version of him we're going to get today.
Well, earlier today, as we mentioned in Game 1, it went our first extra inning games. It went 10 innings as Hanover ends up beating Franklin by a final of 5-1. So the Panthers again advance. They'll play at 7:45 tonight. They will play the winner of this game, Anderson and Rose-Hulman. And if you're marking down the 4:30 game, we probably aren't going to make it because we're expecting some rain. We saw the forecast and the radar a few moments ago, and I would imagine within the next maybe half hour we could see some rain, and that may delay us. But it's scheduled to be number 1 and number 2, Earlham and Transylvania, the top 2 teams in the conference, coming up maybe around 4:30 this afternoon. But we've got a second elimination game. And, Chris, we talk about these elimination games. They're fun to watch from a standpoint is, again, both teams will throw everything they can to stay alive. And, again, strategy can be thrown out the window if maybe just one thing changes and you got to find a way to get a win.
Well, it's even a little bit different for these two teams, Anderson and Rose-Hulman. So we just saw Franklin and Hanover. They were able to kind of hold some pitching back yesterday because they only played once. These two teams played twice yesterday, so they're going to have to be even more creative in terms of how they deal with the pitching rotation.
What is interesting, too, about how this tournament is drawn and what we see in the brackets is Rose-Hulman is the number 3 seed, and yet they will be the visiting team against an Anderson team who's the number 5 seed. So everything a little bit different if you're used to perhaps knowing that the lower seed is always going to be the home team in the scorebook, but not here today.
Well, we were trying to figure out the formula of the bracket yesterday, and I think we were equally unsuccessful yesterday as we will with trying to figure that out. So I'm just not going to comment.
Okay, no need to. So it'll be first look at Canablo. The left-hander will go against Rose-Hulman, and of course the Fighting Engineers pretty much going with the same starting lineup that has been their starting lineup all year long, other than we'll see Connor Smith getting the start at second base, and he'll be in the lineup at the number 8 hole here in this elimination game. This is a Rose-Hulman team. After last night, they are now hitting .310 as a team. They're not a power team. They will not steal a lot of bases, but they will count on, again, good starting pitching today, timely base hits, getting guys on base and advancing them perhaps with more small ball than maybe any other team in this tournament. And we're looking forward to this one. And again, the next game will be the number 1 and number 2 seeded teams, and they split during the regular season. In this series, Rose-Hulman and Anderson played 3 times this year, and Rose-Hulman swept all 3 games. They won the first game 12-2 in 8 innings. They won the second game 7-5, and the third game by a final of 7-6. But we also know when you get into tournament play, regular season, sometimes doesn't mean a whole lot.
It was the second to last series of the season for both of these teams, and Anderson struggled in their last 2 series. They struggled against Hanover, they struggled against Rose-Hulman, then they won their opening game in this tournament. So, and this particular pitcher for Anderson did not appear in that series against Rose-Hulman.
Jackson Summers will lead things off, 352, 3 home runs and 31 runs driven in on the season. And the first pitch by Canablo is outside for ball 1. By the way, you can follow live stats. You can go to the Rose-Hulman or Anderson websites, go to the schedule, and check out the live stats there. As that pitch is inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Summers, Takahashi, and Pipkins. The 2-0 pitch, called strike. Official start time of this one, 1:27. Check swing, he lays off. It'll go to 3 balls and a strike. Now the 3-1 pitch, and he loses him. So Summers with the leadoff walk. We mentioned moments ago this is not a team that is going to run a whole lot, but Jackson Summers is one of the guys you want on base. Here's Takahashi. He saved .330 on the year, no home runs and 20 runs driven in. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Well, don't get too worried about Canablo at this stage. We saw in the last game where the starting pitcher for Franklin got off to a slow start, and then he pitched a gem the rest of the way. As the pitch is high, 2 balls, no strikes. We watched Takahashi over in Terre Haute earlier this year, and he was terrific at the plate, 3-0. Tell you what, Canablo won't last long in this one if he can't throw strikes. The 3-0 pitch. There's a strike, 3-1. Stiller behind the plate. Wolf is at first, Potts at second, Hogan at short, and Bailey at third. Brown, Dorton, and Barica in the outfield from left to right. The stretch and the pitch. Fly ball center field. Dorton has a beat on it, and Summers will retreat back to first base. There's one away.
And sometimes that's all you need to see, right? Is 3-1 pitch, guy flies out to center field. Okay, I got defense behind me. I don't have to do everything by myself.
TJ Pipkins, .373 on the year, 3 home runs and 36 runs driven in. Canablo checks the runner at first. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's up high for a ball. But the one thing that will make a difference is you can't keep falling behind hitters.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to find a way to get a first pitch strike.
Wind starting to pick up. It's blowing left to right. A benefit certainly for a player like TJ Pipkins, a left-handed hitter. We're looking at about 30 minutes, around 2 o'clock. We'll probably start seeing a little bit of rain. Had a rain delay yesterday. Runner takes off, pitches up high, throw down to second, not in time, and Summers with a stolen base. For Jackson Summers, a team best 15 stolen bases. They only have 45 on the year coming into this game. 2 balls and no strikes. Lifted high in the air to center field. Dorton back on it. Refusing to tag on this one is Summers as he'll go back to second base, and there's 2 away.
Same lesson. Pipkins is the 3 hitter. Very capable. You know, you fall behind in the count, find a way to get a strike in there, and he flies out to center field. You don't have to be perfect.
Mason Rasmussen will step to the plate. Two away here in the top of the first inning, and the pitch is outside for a ball.
You start seeing that as a pattern. You start talking to your teammates, and hey, let's make them throw a strike before we're swinging.
Inning number 1 brought to you by Subway Catering. High chopper to the third baseman, Bailey. And that'll do it for Rose-Hulman in the first inning. After half inning of play, Rose-Hulman nothing. Anderson coming to bat.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew.
Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh main lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine.
Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
My professional learning community class traveled to Timbercrest, which is a senior living community, and we talked to retired teachers that are actually Manchester University alum.
We had the opportunity to interview Bud Tully, who is a former teacher from here in the community who worked in Manchester schools and in Wabash schools.
One of the things that I took away from the conversation with him was to always try to have fun in your classrooms.
And it really put it into perspective about different ways we can interact with our students as we go into this profession and what ways we can make learning fun.
the person I interviewed said that when you're a teacher, always be prepared for everything. Over-preparing is better than under-preparing. He also said, don't be afraid because you can't change everything. You can at least change one thing, and that's enough.
An interesting thing that my interviewee talked about was that she was married when she got here, and she came in as a 41-year-old college student. She originally went to Puerto Rico to teach, and then her and her husband came back here to finish their degrees. She said that it was truly her calling ever since she was like 3 years old.
Some advice that I thought was kind of interesting. He talked a lot about being there and presence with the kids, getting to know them, being more of a friend and a mentor as well.
Just seeing how he lit up when he talked about being a teacher. A story that he shared was he coordinated with his students. They went to go look at the stars at night. It was just really interesting to hear what he had to say.
Yeah, that was very interesting. I felt like with the parents and stuff too, he made it very clear to be involved with the parents and everything else.
We head to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Trey Dorton to lead things off. Gavin Druger, as we mentioned, coming in his 12th appearance, his 9th start, 48 innings, 55 hits, 23 runs, 22 earned, 35 strikeouts, and 9 walks. He is 6-3 on the year with an ERA 4.13, and the first pitch by Druger is outside for a ball. Trey Dorton, 337, 2 home runs and 22 runs driven in. The pitch. Popped him up right side. Pipkins is there on the high fly ball. Will make the catch, 1 away. Here's Daniel Barica. Defensively, Rasmussen behind the plate. Erickson is at first. Smith getting the start at second base. Hines at short. O'Connell is at third with Takahashi, Summers, and Pipkins from left to right in the outfield for the Fighting Engineers. And the count 1 ball, no strikes to Barica. Currently hitting at .304. Druger's next pitch on the way, grounded toward the second baseman Smith. And he bobbles this one, and the error will cost him a base runner. I think he caught that one on a little short hop and let the ball play him. Here's Griffin Wolf.
Do you remember him?
The second baseman?
No.
Wolf. Yeah.
Decent day yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And that error actually makes it a little more difficult to do what you like to do with Wolf, which is just put him on base.
It does. Yeah, Griffin Wolf stinging the baseball on the opening day. Pitches outside for a ball.
This is the first lefty-lefty he's had to deal with this weekend, so maybe that will help Rose-Hulman.
Barica, good lead at first base. The pitch inside for ball 2. See here if the Ravens can take advantage of the error by the second baseman. Ooh. Well, you always got to be careful of those crafty left-handers when you're at first base.
Very slow response time from Barica.
The stretch and the 2-0 pitch hit foul, and a good cut there by Griffin Wolf. Wolf, 45 RBI on the year to go along with those 7 home runs.
Senior from Carmel.
The stretch by Druger. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Rip foul. That one comes off that concrete so hard that rolled all the way to Pipkins out in right field.
4-year guy. He's hit well over 300 every year. 6 or 7 home runs every season.
Lifted high, left side. O'Connell, and he cannot catch up with it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Want to remind you again tomorrow, if the schedule remains the same today, either we're a little bit late, which will definitely be the case with rain coming in about now 21 minutes or so. Scheduled tomorrow is a 1 and 4:30 start time for both of the games. If necessary, would be at noon on Sunday. Another good cut by Wolf. Two balls and two strikes. Barica at first has not made an attempt to steal second base yet. Draws the throw. Druger gets the sign from Rasmussen. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw down, not in time, but they do get the out of Griffin Wolf. Barica gets the stolen base, but 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's Jackson Camp. Camp, the designated hitter, hitting a .316 on the year. Pitches outside for a ball. Druger turns and he gets the runner at third. So base running error by Barica. And that'll do it for the Ravens here in the bottom of the first. We head to the second, no score.
Are you ready?
To climb higher.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we think you are. With new state-of-the-art facilities, expert coaches and mentors, our top-ranked teams will provide the perfect challenge to test your skills.
But it's not just about winning.
It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
That's what we're all about.
Here at the Mount.
Back here in Kokomo, we're going to take a look at the play down at third. Barica got a great jump. Problem is, it was a nice play by Druger to recognize the runner took off, and he was able to turn and get the out. We'll head to the top of the second inning, brought to you by Oscar Pizza. Connor O'Connell, Jackson Harms, and Michael Hines all due up for the Fighting Engineers, the number 3 seeded team in this tournament. As mentioned a moment ago, they are the road team in this one. Connor at .314, a home run and 28 runs driven in. Is this one lined back up the middle? Shortstop Hogan, 1 away.
Anderson appropriately shifted there for O'Connell.
Here's Jackson Harms. Harms 7 home runs this year, 42 runs driven in, currently hitting a .277. I don't know about you, but I was enjoying who was singing it.
Yeah, that was impressive. I think those are Rose-Hulman guys.
I'm sure after you hear somebody's walk-up song enough, you get to know the words, huh? Canablo's pitch. Caught the outside corner for a called strike. That'll even it up at 1-1.
Harms had a couple of hits in the first one yesterday.
Now he's down at 1-2.
Is that a great name for a hitter, Harms?
Yeah. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one hit well, but foul, I do believe. Let's wait and see. Did it stay fair? Nope, it went
really
foul.
close. Really close.
It looked like at first there, Chris, it was going to go foul, but the wind is blowing left to right, and it almost was a fair ball.
I mean, I see where the baseball is literally right now, and it's not foul by much if it's foul.
Pitch is up high, 2-2. And one lone fan going after that baseball. Here's the break-even pitch. He'll stay alive. Of course, with it being Friday, kids in school, they can't be out there chasing baseballs, can they? Of course, we learned that you used to skip school to get to the ballpark. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strong arm. Boy, I tell you what, man, that's a good pitch.
In psychology, they call that projection, where you take something from yourself and then you accuse someone else of it.
Oh, I like that. So I'm projecting. Here is Michael Hines. I thought projecting was only in the acting part of things, but I like that. Pitch a called strike.
But yes, we did observe yesterday during the day that we were underwhelmed by the amount of kids who were playing hooky in the stands.
What are you kids thinking today? The 0-1 off the end of the bat. Slow roller to Wolf. That'll do it. Top of the first inning. Rose-Hulman goes down 1-2-3. No score.
In today's rapidly evolving energy landscape, compliance is more than just a checklist. It's the foundation of operational reliability, safety, and trust. And here in Indianapolis, we're honored to be at the heart of that mission. We collaborate with asset owners, operators, helping them stay ahead of NERC standards and grid demands. Our electrical engineering and compliance experts provide hands-on support tailored to your fleet. As expectations rise and regulations evolve, you deserve a partner who brings more than just expertise. You need commitment, clarity, and confidence.
At Rose-Hulman, our goal is to give our students the world's best STEM education in an environment of individual attention and support, all while achieving over 98% job placement after graduation. Your first year at Rose is all about building community. During your time at Rose, you'll be collaborating with other students in a diverse array of clubs, intramurals, and out in the community. You might be in the 40% of students that play a sport, or the third that are involved in fraternities and sororities. Over 90% of all Rose-Hulman students have at least one internship, co-op or research opportunity, or study abroad by the start of their senior year. Your degree in STEM means you won't be stuck on one path, though. STEM is all about creative problem solving, and Rose-Hulman is a place where creative minds thrive. The skills you learn here will help you reach your career goals and will grow with you as a person for the rest of your life.
Jackson Camp will lead things off here in the bottom of the second. He was at the plate when Daniel Barrica got thrown out trying to steal third. Jackson, a .316 hitter. Druger steps up and throws the first pitch in there for a called strike. Now the 0-1. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. We continually check the radar, and of course it looked like, at least from what we can tell, some pretty heavy showers headed our way. Swing and a miss by Camp. 2 straight strikeouts now by Druger. There's 1 away. And here's Hogan.
The change, by the way, from how Anderson drew up their lineup yesterday. They had Dorsich playing left field and hitting in the cleanup spot. He's not in the lineup today.
And here is Dylan Hogan. He is at .329, 5 home runs and 28 runs driven in. This one hit foul.
Dorsich does swing from the left side. I assume that has something to do with it.
Now the 0-1. The 1-1 pitch. Nice one on the outside corner for strike 2.
Hogan didn't agree.
Most of them don't, do they? Here's the 1-2 pitch. You know, always reminds me when you officiated basketball and you make a call, and it never seems like any time you make a call against somebody they ever agree with it.
The worst is you make a call 20 seconds into the game, and the coach on the other side of the call wants to immediately talk about it, like, oh, this is going to be a long game.
3 straight strikeouts now for Druger. That'll bring up Ben Brown. Of course, this young man was a hero early in this tournament.
2 outs in the 9th to flip the lead.
One thing that I heard, a little rumor as I was downstairs, that Ben got some of donation money that you're going into the Anderson being an alum, that you decide, you know what, I'm going to give more money to Anderson because of Ben Brown. Is that true? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's one of those future-oriented donations. So when I get rich, then I'm going to start pouring money into the Anderson University baseball program.
How about that? Druger, 4 straight strikeouts. That'll do it for the Ravens here in the 2nd. We head to the 3rd. No score.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
Students feel comfortable. One of my
Connor Smith will lead things off here in the 3rd. 3rd inning brought to you by Hacienda Mexican Restaurants. Connor at 105 on the year in limited action. No home runs and 4 runs driven in. Canablo set to throw on his first pitch. Lifted high in the air, deep center field. Dorton going back on it. He won't get to it as that lands at the base of the fence. And a double by Connor Smith. What a way to lead things off here in the 3rd. Makes up for that error he committed early. That'll bring up now Sam Erickson. So now the Fighting Engineers chance to perhaps get on the board here in the 3rd inning.
19 at-bats on the season, 2 hits. Gets the start in this spot.
Showing bunt is Erickson as that pitch rides inside. Sam at 292 coming in. Wolf, the first baseman, may take away the bunt attempt if we'll see Erickson square again. He will. And the pitch is a called strike. Erickson's job is to try to get it to the left side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Canablo's pitch. Bunted foul. And now 1-2.
Now, do you try here with 2 strikes?
You know, I'm never really a big fan of that. I would rather, again, bunting is, we talked about it being kind of a lost art in a lot of ways. It's not an easy thing to do, but I think I'd rather have him swing away. He's a good enough hitter to do so. And he's going to square anyway, so he didn't listen to me. The pitch is outside. We'll go to 2-2. See, if more people would listen to what I have to say, the world would be a much better place. But they're not listening yet. But when I become Supreme Emperor, things will change. I've told you about some of the changes coming.
Yeah, I'll have to fight that nomination just because of the shot clock.
Yes. See? What did I just say right there? What did I just say right there as Erickson strikes out?
You know, that rule in general is bizarre to me, right? Because why is bunting any different from swinging?
Yeah, it should be just a foul ball.
Yeah, right?
Maybe
the baseball czar just decided one day that if you try to bunt and you foul it, you're out.
You're out. They got sick of some guy standing up there just continuing trying to bunt, I guess. Here's the leadoff hitter, Jackson Summers. This one lined into right field, but right at Barica. The runner, Smith, will tag. Here's the throw, and he'll slide in safely at third base. Here is Takahashi, chance to drive in the game's first run. You know, if you look back at baseball rules when the game was first invented, the game looks nothing like what you see today.
You know, I used to play on a vintage baseball team. Have you seen this?
I have not.
You'll see them sometimes at like a historical society or something like that. No gloves. You can't overrun first, so that changes things. You're wearing like Sunday clothes.
It's a gentleman's game back then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the 0-1.
You can catch it on one bounce for an out.
And I think at that time, too, it wasn't like 4 balls and 3 strikes. It was a little different number there, too. We might have to look that up at some
point.
I don't remember.
Well, and I think it also depends on which era you're talking about.
Right.
Because sometimes, like, depending on what tournament we were playing in, the rules could, like, get adjusted or whatever.
2 balls and a strike now to Takahashi. Canablo's pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, any sport you look at certainly has changed and developed over the years to what we have today. Break-even pitch on the way. Fly ball left field. Brown will go back on it, make the catch, and the Fighting Engineers leave a runner in scoring position here in the third. No score.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
As a student at Anderson University, my biggest impact was Tri-S. My first Tri-S trip, I signed up for a trip to South Dakota. And that was my first trip ever going anywhere that was a different culture. So we went to Wounded Knee Reservation. And I always say to students after that trip, I knew that I wanted to explore everywhere. Because even though we were in the United States, it felt like a totally different country that we were in. And then I got the travel bug.
I've had the pleasure of going on 3 different Tri-S trips at my time at Anderson. I got to go to Europe with Dr. Stephanie Leiter. We went to Czech Republic, Austria, and Slovakia. Service has always been a really big part of my life. Like growing up, my parents were missionaries, so I've had
Back here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium as we move to the bottom of the third, it'll be Zayden Stiller to lead things off. Stiller 227 on the year. And by the way, how about Druger? 4 straight strikeouts. Has yet to give up a hit in the first 2 innings, and Stiller steps in for the first time here this afternoon. And the pitch is outside ball 1.
Both teams so far not looking super comfortable at the plate against these lefties.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard, third baseman O'Connell, the backhand. He got, in fact, that ball got to him so quick he had to wait for Erickson to get to the to the base because you saw O'Connell kind of double clutch, but there's one away. Here's Kellen Bailey. Bailey, 257 on the year, getting the start today at third base for the Ravens. 14 runs driven in. 5 set down in a row now by Druger. And the pitch is outside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. That'll even the count at 1-1. Left fielder Takahashi playing a little bit deeper here for the right-handed hitter in Bailey as he fouls it away, and we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch got him swinging. He has now struck out 5 of the last 6 hitters. 2 away here in the third, and that'll bring up now Ian Potts. Potts at .210 this year, 15 RBI. Winner will play later tonight against Hanover, who picked up a win earlier today in 10 innings over Franklin 5-1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Popped him up, straight back our way. Listen for this. There you go.
Troy's going to end up with that one.
In fact, I think I might take a couple of innings off so I can get a couple of baseballs.
Tomorrow you'll come back in with some do-gooder story about how you gave it to this, little kid.
The 1-1 pitch, low and inside. No, I would take it from a little kid, but I wouldn't give it to a little kid. You got to earn it.
By the time you gave it to him, it had the best player in baseball's autograph on it.
Here's the 2-1. Yeah, I might forge Mickey Mantle's name on it. Hey, kid,
exactly.
Mickey Mantle ball. Exactly. What do you think? I'll sell it to you. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch on the way. Grounded toward O'Connell, the third baseman. Low throw and dug out by Erickson, and he saved an error right there. 1-2-3 inning. No scores. We head to the 4th.
Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Founded in 1855 as the South's first interracial and co-educational college, Berea is committed to ensuring that financial barriers never limit a student's potential. For more than 130 years, we've upheld a powerful promise: no student pays tuition. We also cover housing, food, and fees for most students. We've relied primarily on endowment earnings as well as critical government partnerships to make this possible. Federal and state grants provide $6.4 million, about 10% of our annual budget, through Pell Grants, scholarships, and Work Colleges funds. These essential resources support critical student services, including our nationally recognized labor program, where each student gains practical work experience to complement their classroom learning. This support, along with our endowment, allows Berea.
TJ Pipkins will lead things off here in the 4th inning, brought to you by Hampton Inn of Kokomo. Pipkins, Rasmussen, and O'Connell all due up. Canablo ready to go to work as he has been pretty successful through 3 innings. And the breaking pitch missing low and outside, ball 1.
I said at the beginning of the broadcast, Anderson probably doesn't need him to go 7 or 8, but they could really use him to go at least 4 because he is typically a relief pitcher.
This one hit well to right field. Barica back on it. We'll see that one clear the fence, and TJ Pipkins 4th home run of the season, and Rose-Hulman leads it 1-0.
And to continue the point about what they want or expect from Canabla, Anderson had some activity in their bullpen going here, and they will again here in a moment. Just in anticipation of, you're not used to going, last game we saw someone who threw 150.
Yeah.
Add that to the list of things we've seen this weekend. But yeah, you don't expect a guy like Canabla to do that.
Mason Rasmussen will step to the plate. The biggest fear I would have after hitting a home run is the abuse you take jumping into that pile of players waiting for you, because that time watching TJ Pipkins, they gave him a beating. Pitch on the way, not literally. Here's the shot to Bailey at third. There is one away. I want to clarify that. They were doing it in fun. But as he squirted through that crowd, he finally got into the dugout. Here's Connor O'Connell. I think if I hit a home run, I wouldn't mind at all. Having a little bit of fun with my teammates coming back after the home run. O'Connell 0 for 1 today. Ground ball to the second baseman, Potts. And there's 2 away. O'Connell 0 for 2 this afternoon. Here's Jackson Harms.
Canabla's longest outing of the season. He did go 6 against Hanover on May 1st. He went 4 at Berea on April 21st. So he has had, and the other one's, more what you would expect. 1 innings, 2 innings.
There's a called strike to Harms, who struck out in the second inning. This one hit well. This time it'll go to left field. And we call that one a no-doubter. Jackson Harms, 8th home run of the year, 2nd home run of this half inning, and it's now 2-0. Now watch the celebration.
Anderson did have guys throwing a few moments ago, but nobody is right now in the bullpen. It may be that someone's already ready. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Here it comes. There you go. It gets pushed around into the dugout. There you go. Here is Michael Hines.
Ooh, interesting.
We have a meeting. What is this all about? They know rain is coming. I don't think that's probably it, but he might have been the flip of the bat, because when he did hit the home run, I think he kind of flipped the bat a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to be it or not.
Talking to the Rose-Hulman
coach. This has got to do, I would think, with weather. When you talk to both coaches, they know what's coming. This is where we need the very sneaky Keith Myers, our proverbial sideline reporter, which generally we should add that when he says sideline, it means he's right behind us in the press box, but it's always impressive to think he's down there somewhere. So I don't know. Not a word to us. I think it's required that you fill us in. Now, the umbrellas have started to come out, I've noticed, so maybe there's a little sprinkle of rain here. Michael Hines. Oh for 1. That's the only thing I could think is it had to be weather related. Did they want to keep going? Did they want to stop and let the weather go by? But nonetheless, we're going to keep playing. 2 solo shots here in the 4th inning, 2-0. And the pitch is low for a ball.
And maybe they just sort of talked about and decided, like, we're going to get through this inning and then we'll pause it.
Canablo's pitch on the way, grounded toward the shortstop Hogan. He'll take it on the high hop, throw to first in time, and that will do it here in the fourth. But home runs by Pipkins and Harms. Rose-Hulman leads it 2-0.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew.
Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh main lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine.
Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Back once again here in Kokomo's. We will head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Trey Dorton will lead things off. Daniel Barica and Griffin Wolf all due up. Dorton 0 for 1.
Anderson's still looking for its first hit.
And they've had just the one base runner. That was Barica, who was later thrown out. 1 ball, no strikes now to Dorton. He flew out to right field in the first inning. This one hit well into center field. Going back will be Summers. Can't make the catch. Dorton at least has 2 as he makes the turn. He'll stop at second base with a leadoff double. Good job, Chris. Not a way to ruin the no-hitter for Druger. Here is Barica.
Learn from the best. I think it was you who was talking about extra innings in the last one.
Well, I think you owe Druger an apology at some point. I hope you go down and talk to him.
It's my alumni influence.
It is. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Ravens at times in this tournament have struggled a little bit offensively, though they came up big and they come from behind win over Hanover as that pitch in there for a strike, and then they only able to score 3 runs against the number 1 seed Earlham.
They hung in that game for about, 7-8 innings. And it got blown open late.
0-2 pitch. A little outside. See Druger there shaking off a couple of signs as he will now come home with a 1-2. Lined by O'Connell at third. Takahashi quickly back to the infield. Runners at first and third. No outs here in the fourth.
And this is who you would want up in this situation.
Yeah, Griffin Wolf, a very tough out from the left side.
Now it's lefty on lefty here. There is a base open. A righty on deck.
For the first time today now, Druger in trouble. The pitch. High fly ball should score the run. Pipkin's back on it. Pipkin still on the run, and that one at the base of the fence.
Oh, this is going to be a problem for Anderson.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Got a couple of runners perhaps hung up, throw to third in time, and they got him.
That's probably Wolf's fault, although you can't blame him. Well, actually, here's what I'll say. I think there could have been better anticipation between first and second. Here's another look at it. Oh, there's the tag. He felt like he missed him the first time.
Tell you what, Griffin Wolf was on the tail of Barica at second
right.
base.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think Barica could have better anticipated where the ball was going and that it was going to get down. He could have very at least been kind of halfway in between. He was coming back to first base.
Kemp swinging the first pitch. O'Connell off-balance throw makes the play and 2 outs, and this really could have been a big inning for Anderson, and all of a sudden now 2 away.
And in spite of the scoreboard, they did actually score a run.
Yes, they did.
And, of course, Wolf being right in the middle of that run.
Yeah, I know Wolf, when he was headed to second base, he's probably looking at Barica like, you need to get going.
How does that get scored? Is that a double, or is that a single with the fielder's choice?
I think it's a double.
Okay.
Foul tip held on by Rasmussen. I don't think there's any doubt about it, at least in my mind, by the time that the outfielder got to the baseball, Griffin Wolf was almost to second base. The pitch. Lined into right center field. That's going to score another run. And all of a sudden we're tied at 2 apiece as Wolf will cross the plate. Another double as Dylan Hogan able to drive in the run, and right now Druger having a hard time getting out of this half inning.
It's been exactly who this Anderson team has been in the last 2 days. Every time you're ready to give up on them offensively, suddenly they pull an inning like this out.
And here is Ben Brown. What is amazing, again, you go through 3 innings, and of course this is really your fault because you mentioned Druger hadn't given up a hit, and all of a sudden everything falling apart. But nonetheless, things have changed quickly here for the Druger, the left-hander. Boy, and he ripped that one. That one got out of here in a hurry. No balls and a strike now to Brown, who struck out in the second. That was part of 4 straight strikeouts.
A lot of good players can play for a long time, and they will never have the opportunity to hit a game-winning home run with 2 outs in the 9th, and Brown got to do that yesterday.
Yes, he did. The 0-1 pitch. Now he's down at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Anderson now with 4 hits. All coming here in the 4th inning. Druger's pitch on the way. This one hit to right field. Pipkin's right there to make the catch. Ends the threat, but 2 runs across, and Anderson ties this one at 2 apiece.
I chose Franklin College because as soon as I came on campus and I was here for a tour, I just fell in love with the atmosphere, the culture, and the community that exists here. It is literally unlike anything that I've ever seen or witnessed before. Something that Franklin College has really blessed me with is just an amazing group of people to call my own. Just a community that I belong to. My name is Maddie, and I found my future at Franklin College.
Well, we're getting a little bit of light rain, but so far not stopping play as we move now to the 5th inning. It'll be Smith, Erickson, and Summers all due up after the Ravens able to come back and tie the ball game at 2 apiece. This 5th inning brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. This elimination game, one team will advance, the other one will end their season today. Connor Smith, a double, lead things off in the 3rd inning. So now Canablo has some run support and a brand new ball game. Here's the pitch. Low and inside, ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch. Low and inside, 2-0. High fly ball into right field. Barrica toward the line will make the catch, 1 away. And that'll bring up now Sam Erickson. Erickson struck out his only time at the plate back in the 3rd.
That was that bunt foul that you told them not to do.
And like my wife, he didn't listen. This one hit down the line and foul.
People would just listen to this broadcast, how many problems we would have solved in the last 2 days.
The 0-1 is up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, I've been trying to tell people that for 40 plus years.
And we've got 2 more days. I mean, just imagine what else we'll be able to solve.
You just had to say it, didn't you? This one hit well into left field. That'll fall in for a base hit. Could be extra bases. Erickson heading to second. Here's the throw and a double by Sam Erickson. That'll bring up Jackson Summers. You know, I noticed one thing when I say something about, extra innings and all. I get ripped for it. You say something, nobody says a word.
Jerry likes me more.
That pitch is up high for a ball. So you're not on probation, but double secret probation. I like that. Here's the 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Will it? And I'm probably pretty sure that the $300 a game that you get probably makes a difference.
Is that all?
Yeah, I know. You're getting you at
I'm
a
gonna
discount.
have to talk to Keith.
You thought you were getting more, huh? Here's the 3-0 pitch, high and inside. I like to tell everybody what our employees make so they know that you're well taken care of. No secrets here. Canablo throws it, and he almost threw it away.
He did almost throw it away.
He should go out there and shake Potts' hand and thank him for being a flexible second baseman.
Remember that play he made yesterday where he threw it across his body to start the double play.
So Summers down to first, runners at first and second. Here's Takahashi. By the way, Summers has coaxed 2 walks out of Canablo, so now we have a visit on the mound. You know, the light rain we've had, it really has not affected anything. I know there's a few umbrellas out, but some of the fans not even bothering covering up, so we've been pretty lucky so far that whatever rain we were expecting maybe has died out. We'd love to stay on schedule today because you don't want anything to be pushed into tomorrow and That would certainly be tough on all the teams having to make that adjustment.
I think that tops it right there. He's talking about pushing games to tomorrow.
Here is Takahashi. I like to look ahead. Pitch is low for a ball. It's a mental game for me. I like to play mental games with people.
What would it take for the games to get a tornado?
Depends what it tore up. Here's the 1-0.
To switch venues.
We may have to go play on the softball diamonds over at the high school. Move those fences back a little bit. The stretch and the 1-1 pitch. 2-1. You have an idea is if you had to move it over to the softball diamonds, of course you had to grab this mound and take it over there, is the fences you could leave and the outfielders have to play behind them. Anything hitting the infield gets to the fence, you'd have to have an infielder go get it. 3 balls and a strike. Fighting Engineers trying to regain the lead here in the 5th inning. This one hit into left field. Brown going back, and Brown will reach up and make the catch. Runners will stay at first and second. 2 away now for Pipkins. Pipkins, a home run to right field in the 4th inning. Pair of home runs for the Fighting Engineers in the 4th. Canablo's pitch on the way. This one hit into center field as Dorton will come over, make the catch, and the threat is over here in the 5th inning. So good news for the Ravens. We move to the bottom half of inning number 5, and again we remind you that we will, if everything stays according to plan, we'll have the number 1 and number 2 seeds playing at 4:30 today. That is Earlham and Transylvania. Hanover has to wait a little bit after their earlier win over Franklin. They'll play later today in another elimination game at around 7:45. We'll be spending our second night here in Kokomo. We remind you that with this crew we have, and knowing that the wild parties that they have thrown in the past, a Friday night in Kokomo is probably not a good place to be.
You'd be the expert, so I'll take your word for it.
Well, I only watch it. I've heard about it and seen it from afar. I never do it, but word has it that, you know, guys like Keith Myers and them, they will stay out to 5 or 6 in the morning, lighten up the town. So Kokomo, get ready.
I mean, if we're going to be here, we might as well help their economy. And
yes. Well, the funny thing about Keith is, I know you, when we were over in Terre Haute, you enjoy going to the casino a little bit and enjoying the evening there. But the thing is about Keith, he'll find an illegal craps game about anywhere he can find it around here. So
usually with, you know, the police. Or,
yeah.
You know.
So you can't get busted, yeah. Here's Zayden Stiller. Stiller leads things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning, brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. And the pitch by Druger is a called strike. Stiller grounded out in the 3rd. Lifted high in the air down the left field line, and that'll go out of play. Boy, be careful out there. Takahashi sliding in foul territory, and you don't have a whole lot of room before you hit that concrete.
Saw that yesterday.
Yeah.
Someone slid into that brick wall over by the bullpen on the first base side.
Each team with 2 runs and 4 hits here in the 5th inning. That's a little bit outside. Looked like maybe the home plate umpire was going to call that a strike. We'll go to 1-2 down to Stiller. Swing and a miss. 1 away, and that'll bring it Bailey.
Now batting in the third base, number 22, Bailey.
Bailey 0 for 1. He struck out in the 3rd inning. Well, we've got 2 straight games where runs are hard to come by now. Pitch is outside. Where we were maybe concerned coming into these 2 games that pitching would certainly be perhaps a little suspect, but so far that has not been the case. Off the end of the bat, foul. Again, sometimes shows you think you know this game, and the next thing you know, you turn around and something strange happens.
That was apparent from the standpoint of learning the rule book as an umpire. Like, man, there are some obscure situations that can come up.
Fly ball center field. Summers makes the catch, 2 away. Take it, that is in the proverbial very thick case book, right?
Yes, yes.
Here's Ian Potts.
Like, what happens if a fielder throws their glove in the air to stop a ball? Stuff like that.
Yeah. I would imagine that there is some type of obstruction of that, right?
That's not legal, and there is some sort of penalty, but I couldn't tell you what it is.
That pitch outside now to Potts. Boy, if it were legal, you have guys throwing the ball everywhere to stop some of these. 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Potts grounded out in the 3rd. His only time at the plate here this afternoon, and the pitch called strike. Now the 2-1, it's outside, 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 is low for ball 4. 2-out walk to Potts. Back to the top of the order. Here's Dorton.
Dorton got the rally going last time.
Yeah, led things off with a double. He and Wolf ended up scoring in that inning. And the pitch is low for a ball. Ravens trying to take the lead here in the 5th. We're tied at 2. Quick snap throw to first. Ball got away from Erickson. See Druger there. We'll get a new baseball. Umpire will put it in his bag and use it again. There you go. What would be funny is I grab that baseball and throw it right back to Druger, see if he notices. Throw to first. Now I remember when I played Little League Baseball, if you had 2 baseballs for a game, you were lucky. Very small budget outfit. Here's the 1-0. Runner takes off. Got a great jump. That one off the glove of Druger into left field. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what. And Potts slipped as he rounded second.
That hurts.
So Dorton will get his second.
We've seen it a number of times in the last 2 days. Just players trying to get their footing in this turf, which we talked about.
Another lefty-lefty situation here. And the pitch on the way is a called strike.
This is a big at-bat in this game because it's going to determine whether Wolf comes up with guys on base or leads off next inning.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right back to Druger. Knocks it down, but everybody's safe, and twice now. Druger unable to field the baseball on a hard hit, and now the bases are loaded for Griffin Wolf. Boy, very rare you'll see a pitcher have that one hit off his glove the way that one did, and now they have to be careful here with Griffin Wolf, and we'll have a visit to the mound. And that might be it for Druger.
Yeah, and I think they're going to bring in a right-hander to fit.
One play that Druger could have made, he would have been out of the half inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Good cut and a foul.
Wolf did strike out his first time up.
And, of course, hit that double in the fourth inning. Has an RBI to his credit today. The 1-2. How about that pitch? Striking out Wolf, bases loaded, and that'll do it for the Ravens here in the fifth. We remain tied at 2 apiece.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Good look at the crowd here. Some of them have taken cover at Kokomo Municipal Stadium as we had a little bit of light rain, but still we're in good shape here this afternoon. It'll be Rasmussen to lead things off, followed by O'Connell and Harms as we play into the sixth inning, brought to you by Jimmy John's. Well, how about Tyler Orr coming in and striking out? Maybe the best hitter in the lineup for the Ravens, bases loaded. Boy, it's a game of opportunities. A lot of times you're only going to get so many.
Yep.
And if you don't take advantage of it.
And if you're Anderson, you can't script it any better than that. I mean, it'd be nice if it was 1 out instead of 2, but I mean, that's exactly the guy you want in that situation. Your opportunity to take a lead and can't even get the ball in play.
Mason 0 for 2. Canablo back in, ready to go to work, and the pitch in there for a strike. Ooh. Well, that one breaks his bat. Hogan it's short, and you very rarely see on a low throw a broken bat on an aluminum bat.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Huh.
And we know what happens, right?
Yeah. Again, we're just kind of creating our list of what we see this weekend. Put that on it. A broken aluminum bat.
Of course, Mason's probably like, crap, it's my best bat. Here's Connor O'Connell. Fly ball into left field. Brown backs up on it, makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the sixth inning. And it'll be Jackson Harms.
Now batting the designated hitter number 23, Jackson Harms.
Well, we can say for surety, at least that we know of, that is our first broken bat of this tournament. Huge cut there by Harms.
Harms has a home run in this one, and you may recall he also had that one that was maybe just a foot or two foul that would have been a home run.
It looked like on that last swing he was trying to get number 2. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch low. Transylvania has made their way to the ballpark. They and Earlham will play next. Pitch is low and inside.
School students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours. So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple. Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
Ghost Fox comes from Japanese superstition, so we spent 3 years in Japan, and that's where our winemaking really started to grow. And in Japan, when you answer the phone, you say moshi moshi, and you get a moshi moshi in response. And the idea is that foxes can't say moshi, and ghosts can't say it twice, and so you're doing that to ward off any sort of trickster spirits. And so we thought that was kind of a cute way of paying homage to our beginnings.
The first thing I think of when I think about Transy are friendships, Josh being one of them. He was one of my first friends at Transy, and that friendship has lasted for our lifetime. But we also made really strong friendships with other people there, and that is what I get from Transy, is strong friendships.
When I arrived at Transy, essentially the first person I met, we were on the cross-country team together. We met 2 weeks before school started, like so many people who show up, early for different things. They meet some of their first.
This is 12 innings pitched.
Lance Coy will take over for the Ravens, and as you research his season, very rarely used in this campaign.
Yeah, he's thrown just over 12 innings, 8 appearances. His ERA is over 6. We talked about how, teams when they're facing elimination, they'll have to do things in games that maybe they haven't had to do in weeks. And, another example of that here.
All right, so Coy will try to put out the fire with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Harms is down at second base, and his first pitch in there for a strike. Hines 0 for 2 this afternoon. The stretch by Coy, check of the runner at second, and the pitch. Outside corner for a strike, so good start for Lance Coy. As Michael Hines at the plate again. 0 for 2, he grounded out in the second, grounded out in the 4th. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside 1-2.
Coy's last appearance was against Rose-Hulman on April 26th. Through 2/3 of an inning in that one.
Here's the 1-2. Hit down the line, foul. That would have easily scored Harms from second base.
And Anderson's already got someone else throwing in the bullpen, so this may very well be a situational kind of thing. It might just be Coy's job to get this out.
Once again, the 1-2 pitch. Hit foul to our right. Now the 1-2. Did he go? And he did not. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the break-even pitch. Popped up right side. Wolf, foul territory. Will he have room? He can't make the catch. And we'll stand 2-2. Had a tight ball game in our first one. Ended up going 10 innings before Hanover won it 5-1. Had good pitching here in the second game of the afternoon, and Coy trying to stop the threat. Pitch outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
You don't want to walk him here, but if you do walk him here, it's probably not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you have Connor Smith on deck. The pitch. Popped up again right side. Wolf has room, and he can't make the play again, as it almost appears he's kind of overrunning the fly ball down the line in foul territory for the second time.
Yeah, that one he's, you could see with the use of his offhand, he was trying to find where he was in relationship to the wall, and then he just lost the ball.
And as we have alluded to time and time again, you're going toward the opposing team's dugout, and you're not going to get a whole lot of help there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. This one into right field, and coming over will be Barica. He'll make the catch, and that'll do it here in the 6th inning. Head to the bottom half, tied at 2.
Hey, my name is Ian Oshel. I'm an Anderson University grad of 2017, and I am soon to be a resident emergency physician at University of New Mexico. When I first started at AU in 2013, one of my first classes was an English class which focused on an ethnography project, which essentially means a study of a people group. I remember seeing a poster session for the Christian Center, which involves students going to the local homeless shelter and getting to engage with the homeless population of Anderson, Indiana. Instead of simply being an outreach where you serve meals to the homeless community, we had the opportunity to cross the threshold and get to eat meals with the community and get to learn about their stories and build relationships. What I initially perceived as a simplistic issue of homelessness became something so heterogeneous and so dynamic, but really expanded my perspective on the future and what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. When I made the decision to go into emergency medicine, it was one that was very much as though it had fallen into my lap, realizing that all the time I'd spent at the shelter paralleled very well with all the things that happened in the emergency department. But as I reflect on my own story, I'm thankful for all the people that I got to learn from, all the stories that I got to hear.
We move to the bottom half of the 6th inning, tied at 2. It'll be Jackson Camp to lead things off. He's 0 for 2 today, including a strikeout back in the 2nd inning. He'll be facing Orr for the first time, and the breaking ball is a called strike. So far, hits and runs are hard to come by these two squads in the elimination game. High chopper. O'Connell charging, off-balance throw in time. Great play by the veteran third baseman.
I think you see what a savvy veteran O'Connell is, as much or more on the defense. He's a fine hitter, but whenever the ball's hitting his direction, he just seems so comfortable.
Now to bring up Dylan Hogan. Hogan doubled in the 4th inning, 1 for 2, has an RBI today. And Orr's pitch, a little bit high, ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch. just misses low. The 2-0 delivery, a little sidearm action, falls in for a strike. Anderson had 3 doubles in that 4th inning. They scored the 2 runs. There's another strike. Count is even at 2-2. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch. Lifted high in the air, right center field. Summers coming over. The right fielder Pippins is there. And there's 2 away. Here's Brown. Pipkin's got a good jump on that fly ball into right field. Brown struck out back in the 2nd inning, lined out in the 4th. Takes that pitch for a strike. Tyler Orr has set down all 3 batters he has faced since coming in the 5th inning. This one hit well into right center field. Could be trouble, and it is another home run by Brown. Wow.
Had 1 all season. He gets 2 in the HCAC conference tournament. Both times late in the game to take a lead.
Well, he's seeing the baseball pretty well, isn't he? "3-2 Ravens." Here's Stiller. Mr. Brown's making a name for himself, isn't he? This one hit well into center field. Summers is there, and he'll make the catch, but 1 pitch too late. The solo home run by Brown. We head to the 7th inning. Ravens lead at 3-2.
Hi, my name is Colton Steiner, and I'm the Esports and Livestream Coordinator here at Bluffton University. Here at Bluffton University, we offer several titles in esports, starting from Overwatch, Valorant, Rocket League, Fortnite, to even some sport games, including Madden, NBA 2K, MLB The Show, and EA College Football. What makes esports here at Bluffton great is, number one, the community. So we're a smaller school in a small town, and honestly, that just feels it creates such a tight-knit environment with gaming. So our esports center is a very spacious room, and we have 10 PCs in there that are equipped with 3070 GPUs, so those are gonna last for a very long time for the games that we play. And this place is just a great spot for people on our team to just come in, spend some time. We have a giant TV in here that we can put a laptop, hook a laptop in, and watch a sport game or watch a stream of another team that we're gonna play. There's just so many opportunities here where we can set you up to succeed in both esports, academically, and just in any aspect in technology when it comes to live streaming. Something new we offer here at Bluffton is an esports scholarship that range from $750 per year up to $1,250. Our esports team is open to anybody and everybody that is here at Bluffton University. If you're a student that is just interested.
Top of the 7th inning, 3-2 Ravens. It's Smith, Erickson, and Summers all due up for Rose-Hulman, 8-9-1. Ravens trying to advance to the final game of the day tonight, and that'll be a 7:45 start time against Hanover in another elimination game. Keep it up like this, they'll just need to bring Mr. Brown up every time and let him hit a home run. Smith doubled back in the 3rd inning, flew out in the 5th, and he'll take that pitch for a called strike. 0-2 pitch, check swing, and he goes around. One away. Here's Erickson. Erickson struck out in the third, doubled in the fifth inning. Rose-Hulman, from their 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters, have picked up 3 doubles and a home run today. Lance Coy set to throw the pitch, swing and a miss.
Yeah, we pointed out yesterday that the bottom of their order is really solid offensively, and that's a big reason why, as a team, they're second overall in terms of batting in the conference.
That'll be fouled away, and just like that, Erickson down to the count at no balls and 2 strikes.
Only got 5 hits in this one, but they don't have too many easy out slots in the lineup.
Ground ball right side. Potts able to slide, get to it, and the throw to first is off the mark, but a great effort by Potts. Both starters today, 5 2/3 innings and 4 2/3 innings. Both those starters out here in the 7th as Erickson on base for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson Summers.
And that one ruled as a hit, not surprisingly.
Yeah, so Erickson now has 2 hits, and the pitch by Coy is outside, ball 1. Summers has walked twice this afternoon. He's 0 for 1. And the 1-0 pitch. Fly ball into right field. Barreca going back on it. This one carries as well. It's off the fence. Rounding third is Erickson. He's going to head to the plate. Here's the relay, the slide. Safe. And Erickson in with the tying run. Another ball that just kept carrying in right field. A little bit of a discussion of whether he slid and his hand got across the plate or not.
Here, let's see if we get a look at it. No.
So Summers with the RBI double.
Yeah, I think his hand got it. I think.
Kind of hard to tell again, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I see why people could have seen that play live and come to the conclusion that he didn't.
Brown toward the line, makes the catch as Summers back to second.
Yeah, I think he reached his hand and got it.
So 2 away, and here's Pipkins. TJ had that solo home run to lead things off in the 4th inning. We again have nothing decided as they'll intentionally walk Pipkins to get to Rasmussen. Well, interesting. Rasmussen coming up 0 for 3. A lot of times you'll see this hitter kind of take that as an insult, and you walk the guy before me, and I'll see if I can make you pay for it here. Runners at first and second. That's Summers at second, Pipkins at first. The ball is definitely carried well in this ballpark. Swing and a miss. Now the 0-1. Looks like Mason might be a little bit anxious.
Now this one needs to not be anywhere near the zone, really.
Runners take off and got him on 3. So wise move there by the Anderson coaching staff, but the base hit by Summers driving in the tying run. You see it right there. We will head to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 3.
Hi, my name is Colton Steiner, and I'm the Esports and Livestream Coordinator here at Bluffton University. Here at Bluffton University, we offer several titles in esports, starting from Overwatch, Valorant, Rocket League, Fortnite, to even some sport games, including Madden, NBA 2K, MLB The Show, and EA College Football. What makes esports here at Bluffton great is, number one, the community. So we're a smaller school in a small town, and honestly, that just feels, it creates such a tight-knit environment with gaming. So our esports center is a very spacious room, and we have 10 PCs in there that are equipped with 3070 GPUs, so those are going to last for a very long time for the games that we play. And this place is just a great spot for people on our team to just come in, spend some time. We have a giant TV in here that we can put hook a laptop in and watch a sport game or watch a stream of another team that we're going to play. There's just so many opportunities here where we can set you up to succeed in both esports, academically, and just in any aspect in technology when it comes to live streaming. Something new
Well, by the way, we've had a lot of close plays in this tournament, some of them at home plate. Others have been very close, whether it be at first, second, or third. As we will head to the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be Bailey, Potts, and Dorton due up now for the Ravens. And Tyler Orr back in for another inning of work, and his first pitch is a breaking ball called strike. We, by the way, did get confirmation during the break that the hand did get on the plate in that last half inning, so there's no doubt about it, the run did score. No balls and 2 strikes now to Bailey. The pitch jams him, and a number toward the second baseman, Smith. Erickson had to hurry up and get back to the bag, and he didn't get there in time.
So Erickson went out in the direction of second for the play, and then as he's kind of getting back to first base and catching the ball, he's having a hard time locating the base.
Yep. Yeah, he missed it. Well, and that's kind of one of those tweeners, I think, that Erickson thought that's probably my play, and by the time he changed his mind, it was too late to get back, even though Orr was quickly over there as well.
Potts is almost surely going to bunt here.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and Anderson trying to get this runner in scoring position. He'll show bunt, bunts it in the air, and boy, that's a huge mistake, though. Orr makes the catch, and he collides with Rasmussen, and Rasmussen got the worst of it. He's probably thinking, I didn't know a pitcher could hit that hard. But Potts unable to do his job in laying down the bunt.
The ball, by the way, is on the ground, but I think he caught it. Here's another look. So who caught it?
I think it was the pitcher Orr.
They're like reaching to cover up the ball there.
I would too. They'll make sure that Rasmussen is okay. That is the trainer to check him out. And
one of the things you do see from the second look there is Rasmussen kind of climbing through Potts. So it was definitely contact there. I don't know that it was illegal contact in either direction, but
Top of the order now here is Trey Dorton. Couple of hits today for Dorton, including a double and a run scored in the fourth. There's that sidearm breaking pitch in there for a called strike. One away here in the bottom of the seventh. The pitch. Chopper right side. Smith. Throw to first. Diving once again as Dorton is out at first base. They generally say that it's slower to dive than it is just to run straight through.
Yeah. It's one of those things that baseball players do, and it makes no sense.
Here's Daniel Barica. Couple of base hits today. He's been on base all 3 times. Has a runner in scoring position down at second base. We're tied at 3. And they pitch in there for a called strike.
I think that's a slider. Doesn't break like a curveball.
Here's the 0-1. That one down the line and over to make the catch is Takahashi, and that'll do it. The threat is stopped here in the 7th inning as Anderson leaves a man in scoring position. We head to the 8th. We're tied at 3.
At Risk Work, we're Team Indiana through and through, from coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
Is it Earlham?
Is it pronounced Earlham?
It's Earlham, and it's a place for
amateur farmers,
Athletes.
artists,
barefooters,
world changers,
do-gooders.
It's a place for champions.
And it'll change your life for good.
Now there you see Lance Coy. He has come in on relief, and he'll be going to work here in the 8th inning against O'Connell, Harms, and Hines.
Anderson getting some good pitching today from maybe some unexpected places.
That's kind of what we saw in the first game, too. Nice to know that you can look at some of these guys that have had really much experience throughout the year, innings-wise, and certainly giving a chance to win this game. O'Connell 0 for 3 today. Remind you, our 3rd game of the day set for a 4:30 start time, Earlham and Transylvania. The winner will move on to the championship game coming up on Saturday. The loser then will have to drop to the loser's bracket and win their way back through. And then they'd have to beat the winner twice to win the championship as that pitch is low and outside. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 2-0. Hit foul to our left. We'll go to 2 balls and a strike. Connor grounded out in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th, and flew out in the 6th inning. Check swing, and he holds up. It'll go to 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's outside, 3-2, or they're going to say that was ball 4. So on down to first base will be O'Connell. And that'll bring up now Jackson Harms.
And if it were almost anyone else, you'd be kind of in the same situation as Anderson was, where you think, okay, he's going to bunt. But Jackson Harms can do
In
damage.
the second, homered in the fourth, and doubled in the sixth inning. O'Connell representing the go-ahead run down at first base, and the pitch in there for a called strike. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. That one hit hard but foul. And now 1-2 to Harms. Now the 1-2 pitch. Inside for a ball, 2-2.
Took something off it there. I like the idea. Now you got to go right at him, though.
Break-even pitch, hit foul. By the way, Harms named to the all-conference team as the designated hitter.
We've seen why this weekend multiple times.
2-2 pitch. Check swing foul. And right now he is proving to be a very tough out for Lance Coy. Hit high in the air, left center field. Dorton will camp under this one, make the catch, and O'Connell back to first, 1 away.
I think that was another changeup.
And here's Michael Hines.
Number 7, Michael Hines.
Michael's 0 for 3. Wow, that one got him right in the back. So Hines will take one for the team. Runners now at first and second, 1 away. And here's Connor Smith.
Not a good spot to do that.
No. And they're going to have a change. So that'll do it for Lance Coy. We will come back, tell you about the new Raven pitcher coming up here on HCAC.tv.
My name is Andrea Muskell, and I am the Assistant Professor of Accounting here at Franklin College. Moment whenever debits and credits start.
Well, it'll be Braden Ritchie with 1 away here in the 8th inning. The Fine Engineers have now runners at first and second, 1 away, and Connor Smith at the plate. Smith 1 for 3. Here's the pitch, and a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Smith doubled back in the third, flew out in the 5th inning, and struck out in the 7th. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sam Erickson on deck. He has swung a hot bat here in this one today. Couple of base hits. Chance for the Fine Engineers to break this 3-3 tie. There's a pretty good cut by Smith. And it's 1-2.
Richie yesterday threw 6 innings. That's, again, that point we keep making. You got to do what you got to do today.
That's right. Now the 1-2 pitch up high.
Started the game, by the way, against Hanover.
The 2-2 pitch almost hit him. 3-2.
And again, probably a situational appearance here. It's like, get us out of this inning, man. We'll figure out the ninth.
Popped up right side. Wolf, he's had trouble with these foul balls. Not this time. He makes the catch, out number 2.
He looked more confident that time. I've tried this a few times.
That'll bring up Sam Erickson. Erickson struck out in the 3rd, doubled in the 5th, and then singled and scored in the 7th. Boy, he'd love to pull one down the line. The pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. The stretch by Ritchie and the pitch. 2-0.
Threw 70 pitches yesterday, did Ritchie.
Here's the 2-0. 2-1.
We just saw Hanover starter throw 150, so I mean,
she's got 80 something
yeah,
to give, right?
She should have 80 in for this.
Now the 2-1. Fly ball.
Ooh, that's tough.
Down the line. Brown giving a run, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Gets by Brown. 2 runs will score. And Rose-Hulman on the bat of Erickson down the line. Brown unable to get to it. Have scored twice, and they now lead it 5-3. Erickson, his 2nd double. Once that ball bounced high off the turf, not a whole lot Brown could do in left field.
No.
And that'll bring up Jackson Summers. Summers 1 for 2, has a couple of walks to his credit. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Swing and a miss. Second time the Fighting Engineers have put 2 runs across in an inning, as this one is popped up foul. There is absolutely no wind in this ballpark right now. First time I think we've seen that in the 2 days. The 1-2 pitch, reaching out and fouling it away. Good at bat here for Jackson Summers. Number 3 seed, the number 5 seed battling it out in this elimination game. The 1-2. That one's hit into left field. That'll fall in for a base hit. Rounding third is Erickson. He will score, and Rose-Hulman now leads it by 3. Issei Takahashi steps to the plate. He's 0 for 4. So Ritchie unable to get the job done here in the top of the 8th inning. The stretch by Ritchie. And the pitch. Runner takes off. High fly ball into shallow right. Barika coming on. He will squeeze it there, but the damage done. 3 runs across. Here in the 8th inning, Fighting Engineers lead it 6-3.
A hybrid program has a dual format that includes both an in-person classroom requirement and a virtual or online. Most OT programs have not yet moved to a hybrid format of learning, but you will be seeing more over time. Progressive educators have learned to understand that it is actually a better learning methodology to ingest knowledge and study in place or where you are at any given time. The beauty of a recorded lecture is that if you do not grasp a concept the first time, you can rewind and re-listen to it.
The most obvious benefit of an accelerated program is that students will complete the program in 24 months. Other programs could take up to 4 years. The accelerated nature of the program reduces tuition costs and allows students to begin practice sooner than students who attend programs using traditional educational models.
Hanover's OTD curriculum is 2 years in length and is composed of 6 semesters. Semesters 1 through 3 are divided in what we call mini-mesters, in which you will take 4 courses at a time that last 8 weeks. Semesters 4 through 6 are the length of a regular semester. Our program uses Canvas as its learning management system. Hanover's OTD program is a hybrid program.
Well, the Ravens have some work to do as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Wolf, Camp, and Hogan all 2 up, and now they trail it by 3. Griffin Wolf is 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a run scored. And Orr back in for another inning of work, and it's in there for a strike.
Well, it's who Anderson would want to get something going.
Hit well into center field. Summers is there, and there's 1 away. And that'll bring up Camp. Rose-Hulman now 6 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. Anderson 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors.
There we'll get a
Now batting for the Ravens, number 12, John Dorsch.
new hitter.
Yeah, this will be John Dorsch. He'll hit here in the 8th. So Camp is done for the day, and the pitch is outside, ball 1.
Just miss.
That one hit well into center field, and coming on, and he is not able to make the catch. Summers diving for it, thought he was going to get it at first, but it does fall in for the base hit. So Dorsch with a 1-out single.
I feel like Dorsch could have gotten second there. I think what he did is he stopped to try to confirm whether the ball got caught or not, but that's irrelevant for him. He should have been taken off for second because the center fielder's rolling around on the ground with or without the ball.
Here is Dylan Hogan now with a runner at first base, 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Orr's next pitch, inside, ball 1. Hogan struck out in the 2nd, doubled in the 4th, and flew out in the 6th inning. This 8th inning brought to you by Morales Group Staffing. There's a big cut and a miss. Now the 1-1 pitch is outside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, boy, they didn't miss by much. 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Popped him up. Shallow center. Summers.
For someone.
Here is Smith, and it'll be Smith to squeeze that one for out number 2. And here is Brown. Brown, another home run in the 6th inning. One for 3 today. He's had a really good tournament. The pitch by Orr. Fouled away. Still a little bit of light rain falling here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium, but not enough to stop play here this afternoon. Breaking pitch stays outside. Maybe we can get this system to move out of here pretty quick. Get ready for the number 1 and number 2 seeds, Earlham and Transylvania. Pitch is outside. Now the 2-1. Orr came in the 5th inning, gave up the home run to Brown. Base hit to Bailey and Dorse. That's been about it, as this one will be hit foul. And we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. By the way, Orr now set to perhaps get a win today. The 2-2 pitch. Got him. And Orr is fired up after the Ravens leave a man on here in the 8th inning. We head to the 9th. Rose-Hulman leads it by 3.
This class is cloud computing. It's all about working in unity. Our professor, Robin Mitchell, he threw us together. Like in November, he gathered a lot of people like, hey, we're going to make a game.
We were never intended to come out with a finished product, but the whole point was for us to learn like how to be self-taught. On that front, I feel like we've accomplished pretty well. We've pretty much learned the basics of an entire game engine with no outside help.
You have a lot of experience now in Unity, which Robin said that's really what matters. He just wanted us to like really work hard, work together, and learn how to communicate on the steps on how to make a Unity video game, how to progress through different areas, how to teach ourselves as well as teach others and work with them.
He divided us into 3 teams. There was a creative team, a development team, and a quality team. And I'm on the development team. Our whole job was just to write the code for the game. Face value, it was, make a game. But like I said, it was about more than that.
We tried our best, and we do have a finished setup for a video game. One part of self-learning is when to ask for help, and so we had to go to Robin sometimes. We had to go to other people for help, and I think that was another really big aspect of the class, was just to help us learn and help us know how to self-manage ourselves and what we need to succeed in order to do other aspects of software engineering. I think the most valuable thing for me that I learned during this course is to really trust in your other classmates. I was kind of the team coordinator. I was the one that was compiling everything. And so I really had to trust in my other classmates to come through and do their work. It was a lot of fun, and I think that was something I really want to carry forward into other classes.
I don't think you're going to find a support system much like you would at Manchester.
Well, C.J. Williams will take over for the Ravens as we move to the 9th inning. He'll be facing Pipkins, Rasmussen, and O'Connell. His job right now is to make sure that the Fighting Engineers do not get another run across the plate. Keep it 6-3 moving into the bottom of the 9th inning. Hipkins 1 for 3, a home run back in the 4th inning. The 0-1. Grounded up the middle. The 2 hopper Potts, off balance throw, and not in time.
That extra couple steps from the left-handed side.
Here's Rasmussen. Mason 0 for 4. He struck out in the 7th inning on 3 straight swings. Rose-Hulman has had base runners. Good bunt third base side, but foul.
And this is a no-brainer bunting situation.
I was going to mention the Rose-Hulman has had base runners in every inning other than the 2nd. Bale will try to take that bunt away on the third base side. Rasmussen lays down a good bunt. Williams is only plays at first, and he almost threw it away. Holy cow.
Sure did. As soon as he was in motion to throw it, it looked awkward.
He today has a walk and a run scored. Chance to get a little insurance run down at second base as that pitch is low for a ball. The pitch by Williams is swung on and missed.
You know, we thought we were going to get some rain in this one. We didn't. Yesterday we got the rain delay at the perfect time. It was right when dinner showed up.
It was
so
great.
So if we could get the rain to show up right when dinner shows up, 2 nights in a row.
There's a called strike. You mean you're already ready for dinner again?
No, I'm just saying. A few innings into the 3rd game.
Here is the 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Well, I think the good news is it may still be raining lightly, but we didn't get what it looked like was going to be on the radar, because it looked like to me we were going to get a lot of rain.
I didn't think we got anything until I looked back and see all those puddles back there.
Yeah. So that is, see, we try to get good news from our producer, and what does he do? He gives us bad news that the green light is leaving. He says the yellow is coming, which tells us that's not good news. Break-even pitch on the way, hit foul again.
Telling you, we're gonna get rain delayed right when dinner shows up.
Two balls and 2 strikes now to O'Connell. Here's the pitch. Hit well into left center field. That could be trouble. Both outfielders coming on, and Brown can't make the catch. Rounding third is Pipkins. He will score. O'Connell on his way to third, and it's now 7-3. Connor O'Connell will get credit for a triple.
Another look at it. Valiant effort by Brown, but just can't get there.
And that's the insurance run you're looking for to make this a 4-run game, and that'll bring up Jackson Harms. Still just 1 away, and the pitch in there for a called strike.
Not that this game is over, but when you put in yesterday's starter, pretty good indication of where you're at in terms of the pitching staff.
Pitch is outside. And 2 balls and a strike. Popped up, right side, foul territory. This is Wolf. And he'll squeeze it for out number 2. And that'll bring up now Michael Hines.
Now batting for shortstop, number 7, Michael Hines.
Hines, so far today 0 for 3, has a run scored. High chopper Bailey. We'll head to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Ravens need 4 to send it to extras here on HCAC.tv.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours. So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple. Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
The heart of a lion means following your passion with an intensity unmatched by others. The heart of a lion means following your passion with an intensity unmatched by others.
Well, and Mr. Orr will try to finish it out. Tyler, chance to get the win, now has a 4-run cushion here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Stiller, Bailey, and Potts all due up, and the Ravens down to their final 3 outs. And the famous alum right next to me is hoping that maybe there's hope, huh?
Yeah, does Anderson have any more miracles this weekend? We're about to find out.
Yes, we are. Well, one thing for sure, this Brighton Engineers team will throw everything out there to make sure that doesn't happen. Stiller 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Orr's first pitch. Well, not a good start.
Yeah, you'll take that if you're Anderson.
And here's Bailey.
Now batting the third baseman, number 22, Kevin Bailey.
Yeah, and Orr's actually pitched very well. I just think that my message to him would be, listen, just get it across the plate.
Throw it over the middle.
Don't give the Ravens anything. Pitch missing low and outside.
And if you are Anderson right now and you're trying to extend this game, you're almost universally taking until there's a strike thrown.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Okay, now you get to go up there and hit. But let's make sure that he's not going to give us a free base before we're up there hacking.
The stretch by Orr and the 1-1 pitch. Those aren't missing by much. 2-1. And we'll go to 2-2.
Thought he could have gotten away with the take there too. It probably would have been ball 3.
Bailey 1 for 3 today, picked up his base hit in the 7th inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch outside. We'll go to 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch on the way and got him swinging. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Ian Potts. He's 0 for 2 with a walk.
We got a pinch hitter, I think.
And you're exactly right. So a pinch hitter in the number 9 hole. Will Loftus. Loftus 274 in the year, home run and 10 runs driven in. And Orr's first pitch, outside corner, called strike. Here's the 0-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's hitting in the number 9 hole. Trey Dorton is on deck. Popped him up. Should be an easy play. Either the third baseman or the shortstop. It'll be Hines who will squeeze it for out number 2. And now the Ravens down to their final out of the season. And here's Trey Dorton. Dorton is 2 for 4 today. A run scored, had that double back in the 4th inning. Good look right there at Stiller down at first base. Popped him up on the right side. Smith is out. Pipkins in. Pipkins calls him off, and that'll do it. So the Ravens go down here in the bottom of the 9th inning in this elimination game. Your final score, Rose-Hulman 7 and Anderson 3. Ravens see their season come to an end, and the Fighting Engineers will advance. They will play Hanover tonight at 7:45. At least that's what the schedule